The Upanishads or Vedanta, which translates as the end of the Vedas, are the scriptures that contain the essence of the Vedic philosophy. Upanishad literally means learning at the feet of, meaning thereby at the feet of a master. Thus was born the ancient Guru system in Hindu society. The Guru would lead his pupil, Shishya, step by step to the stage whereby the pupil recognizes the self or the divine in himself. This is indeed the avowed final destination of a Hindu life. Discovering the divine or the self within also implies elevating oneself to the highest spiritual status. This is, in reality, the sacred stage of all virtuous and pious conduct. The Upanishads are therefore considered a roadmap, complete with a guru guide to reach the highest peak of human development. The Upanishads are basically the essence of the Vedas. The major Upanishads or the primary Upanishads were formed along with the Vedas. These were compiled before the Buddhist era around the 7th century BCE or earlier. The Vedas are vastly full of many prayers, rituals, and ceremonial verses. The learned gurus of the Upanishads brought the important teachings to the forefront and downplayed the rituals, etc., that were less relevant to mankind. The teachings were properly explained with correct interpretations, relying more toward internal process of meditation and personal religious experiences. Hindu thought, however, continued to march with the passage of time. Newer Upanishads came into being. In the post-Buddhist and post-Shankaracharya era, a number of minor Upanishads were created to impart the spiritual teachings to posterity. Indeed, even the writings of modern holy men and women might be regarded as divine revelations, thus maintaining an evolutionary continuity of Hindu tradition. More than 200 Upanishads are in writing. Among the 108 Upanishads that are available, the most important ones are Mundaka, Isha, Kena, Katha, Aitreya, Taittiriya, Chandogaya, Prashana, Shivasatra, and Brihadaranyaka. The Vedas taught worship of the gods of nature, such as the sun, sky, wind, and fire. The Upanishads emphasize that behind the facade of these many gods, there is but one supreme God. In fact, the concept of one universal God was already originally expressed in the Rig Veda itself. Ekam Sad Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. One alone exists. Sages call it by various names. In the Upanishads, this ancient philosophical thought came to the forefront, overshadowing the idea of multiple gods who were considered simply as the various manifestations of the one transcendental supreme divine. Modern world has adopted this concept of God more vigorously, especially in the face of many religions and sects around the world. Swami Paramananda, one of the pioneer gurus of Hindu philosophy in the West, writes, "In the Vedas we find a clear distinction between what man calls his own self, the Jiva Atman, and the divine overself, the Param Atman. The search for God is man's eternal quest. Every person must do this for himself. The method of this individual search can be traced to the Upanishad teaching. It is not so much the learning of the divine which is important. It is living like the divine that is essential in this pursuit. According to the Upanishad teaching, the body and the senses are regarded as the tools. Service to all beings is regarded as the purpose of life. We may not be able to fulfill our purpose if the tools are not in good shape. Taittiriya Upanishad explains, "Make my body strong, my tongue sweet, my ears keen. May I never lack clothes, cows, food, drink, that I may serve you the better. May pupils come, may pupils listen, and so I may serve you the better. May I become famous, may I become richer than the richest, so I can serve you better." Do your duty, speak the truth, learn and teach. Control senses, be hospitable, be humane, serve the family, procreate, educate your children. Austerity is necessary, neither neglect your spiritual nor your worldly welfare. Always learn and teach. Forget neither God nor ancestor. Treat your mother as God. Treat your father as God. Treat your guest as God. Treat your teacher as God. Look for men greater than yourself and welcome them. Give with faith. Give in proportion to your means. Give with courtesy. Give to the deserving.